Hi friends, welcome back. So we got some Cybertruck news, and this is a highly requested video because the question is, are these Cybertrucks rusting? So let's look at some headlines together here. Cybertruck owners say they're already rusting, so much for stainless steel. And we also have Tesla Cybertruck owners already blighted by rust. Rust in peace. And Tesla stainless steel Cybertrucks are rusting, owners say. Orange spots on stainless steel panels are appearing after it rains, according to drivers. So I was looking at this, and this is one of the posts that people are referring to. This is over on the Cybertruck Owners Club, and let's actually take a look at the pictures here. So I guess this person has nail polish on, so that's what that is. It's not rust on his hand, that is. And he had a bunch of spots here, right? And the question was, is this already rusting? Now, he would say he was able to clean it off after some trying. And this is the details. He says, since this post is getting traction from news outlets, I'd like to upfront state my finding. I do not believe this is embedded corrosion of the panels, but rather spots from an outside contaminant adhering to the exterior. The spots cannot be removed with soap and water, so Tesla detail wash that happens before delivery could not have removed these spots. Barkeeper's friend soft remove the spots easily, and with soap and water and ammonia-free glass cleaner wipe down. The truck looks amazing and spot free. I have further applied 2 coats of iron decon, but I saw no indication of remaining iron contaminant. The reason why I'm still covering the story, this is one person's opinion on this thing and his experience, he still looks like he's able to wash it off, is there's a couple other issues going on with the Cybertruck. One is, I thought this was really interesting. Said person in the post is trying to rent out his Cybertruck on Turo, charging $605 a day. So I was like, dang. And I'd be curious if you guys are down with that. I don't know if this is a sign of inflation. I'm not on Turo that often, and I've never used Turo. This is a way to essentially not rent out your car. So it's like Uber in a way. And essentially, I think how it works is you put it on there, and then people can search for whatever car they're looking for and the dates, etc. Like just like an Uber kind of situation. And you can make a reservation, and this is a 3-day reservation. So I guess if you want to do like just maybe one day, it says $650 is the normal. And then the crazy thing here, it says $605 a day, and then it says excluding tax and fees. So whatever that may end up being in your neck of the woods, it may end up being a lot more. Will this sort of Turo business be big money for Cybertruck owners? Who knows? I'll leave that for you guys to decide. I personally wouldn't want to spend this much money to rent this particular vehicle, but that's just me. I was looking through this too as well, and this actually brought up some really interesting points regarding the rust situation. And again, a lot of automakers don't use stainless steel for cars. And the Wired actually did a good article on it. So it says here, this is why Tesla stainless steel Cybertrucks may be rusting. Who knew stainless steel might not be good idea for exterior of an electric SUV? The entire automotive industry, that's who. So, people don't use this stuff that often in terms of the material. And it was saying here that aside from the 1980s DMC DeLorean and the 1960s Porsche, car companies have long steered clear of stainless steel panels. So this is really unusual to use this kind of material. The material is heavy, relatively expensive, and hard to work with. It's also stiff, which makes it potentially more lethal to anybody unlucky enough to be struck by the vehicle built with this stuff. Stainless steel also stains. Quote, stainless does not mean never stains, just that it stains less than other steels. So that's kind of an interesting way to think about it, right? So it's not that it's staying less, just better than other steels. Then it also says here, Tesla says it uses proprietary stainless steel, possibly from Outokumpu, Finland, Europe's largest producer, which runs a plant in Calvert, Alabama. However, even proprietary stainless steel can stain, especially if any cheaper steel fittings beneath the Cybertruck panels react with the stainless product. Now, there was something that really that they brought out in this article that was important, and they were saying that Tesla doesn't ship with like a clear coat, and this is the clear coat they're trying to sell you. It says here, Cybertruck satin clear paint film for $5,000. The opinion that they were giving is that this should be standard on the Cybertruck, and something that I don't think is crazy to say if indeed there are some problems, because even though this person, doesn't believe it, maybe it's not corrosive, of the panels, but it could be something else, and just the material they use without a clear coat, not so great. And this is something that Tesla's been doing with their vehicles, is finding ways to cut costs. Removing buttons here, removing things there, calling it a feature. It's kind of funny. It's essentially like, just for example, they move the gear shifter to the screen, which I don't think is great. That's just my opinion. I want physical gear shifts on the center, bottom part, whatever you want to call it, where your arm rests, kind of around there. And moreover, what if someday they just say, hey, we don't need pedals anymore because we're just going to have buttons or voice command, right? That kind of stuff. Because yes, theoretically in the future we'll have voice command, or any kind of other ways to maybe laser guided eyes. I steer with my eyes, but sometimes you don't want to cut costs too much, and that's why I was mentioning the clear coat thing. I think it's something that they're cutting costs on. There were also reports earlier that the tire things were eating, sort of the covers were eating into the tires. I've been reading stuff like that. And the other thing too that I just want to mention with the Cybertruck stuff, which is interesting, during the earnings report, we don't actually know how many of these things are selling. I do know that they're fun to talk about. We're talking about the Rust thing, and I looked at it. So according to this, the person doesn't think it's corrosion. I'll let you guys decide. But I do think the lack of clear coat is something that we're talking about. And moreover, would you pay $605 to rent one for the day? For me, that's a big NO, but that's just me. You may have a different opinion on that. So that's my thoughts on this thing. I looked into it, and I shared it with you, and get your thoughts as well. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next video.